You, Dr. Edith Basalirwa. A very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us today as we discuss the topic, leveraging partnerships to grow your business. And we are very excited to have Mr. Augustine Oluga from Lenny Consultants Limited. I really want to mention this morning to all of us here that in today's competitive world, which is changing all the time, new technology, new needs emerging from customers, it is not easy for an organization to succeed in isolation. It's not possible, in fact, to work alone anymore. We know that when we talk about an entrepreneur, we talk about this individual who is visionary, sometimes heroic, getting things done, succeeding. But I can tell you that it is not easy to succeed when you're working alone. So no organization can succeed in isolation. Forming strategic partnerships is critical. It is something that you should start thinking about in all your different things that you're doing. When you partner with other players, say in a sector where you're playing, you are able to tap into new opportunities, new markets, new knowledge. You can even leverage skills and expertise, and then be able to drive innovation in your business. And this means that partnerships can actually be a game changer for your business, especially if you take time to interact with other players in your industry. The problem sometimes also is that we never find the time to meet with other people, to understand what they're doing. And these partnerships are formed when you get embedded in that sector. For example, meeting people in associations or during industry events, conferences, and specific meetings specific. So these partnerships are therefore important. You must be able to identify them. You must be able to build them and nurture them in order to take your business to the next level. We are, again, like I said, privileged to host Mr. Augustine Oluga this morning, who is going to be telling us about how he has done it. How has he done it in Lenny Consultants? Mr. Oluga Augustine is a management consultant. He's an entrepreneurship for impact champion, an ambassador. He's a practicing accountant and auditor, manager, social entrepreneur, cooperator. To me, he has done a lot of things. He founded Lenny Consultants Limited, Community Vocational Institute in Otuboy, Health and Rights in Transformation in Uganda, Cashwell Mixed Farm, and all these establishments are operational and they are contributing to Uganda's development. You can imagine how many people he employs in all those different establishments. In terms of education, he holds a diploma in project planning and management, a diploma in cooperatives and business administration, a bachelor of business administration with a major in accounting. He's also currently pursuing CPA and an MBA for E for Impact. The MBA is called E for Impact, very powerful MBA. So he's the Chief Executive Officer at Lenny Consultants. He's the chairperson of the board at the Community Vocational Institute in Otuboy. He's the chairperson of the board, Health and Rights in Transformation Uganda. He's the chairperson, Finance, Uganda Cooperative College, Tororo. He's a member of the Red Cross Society in Soroti. He's the manager, Soroti Teachers Circle, and an audit associate at Kumanya, Karukuzi and Company. There is a lot I can say about him, but I want to tell you that we have somebody that is doing a lot at the community level, and possibly this is because he has been able to leverage partnerships, because I don't think you're able to do all that when you're not working with other players, with other actors in the sector. I would like to welcome you to make your presentation. And you have 40 minutes. And again, thank you so much for accepting to come and share with us your journey, building partnerships to grow your business.
Good morning, panelists and entrepreneurs at large. My name is Oluga Augustine. As Doctor has mentioned, I do a lot, and I have not been able to do this on my own. It is out of partnerships. If you asked me one thing that took us far, it is partnerships. Our journey started long ago in 2006 when I graduated out of school. I never wanted employment, and I thought I would be able to do business on my own. At that time, a number of companies were opened with us, and most of them closed down. And if I'm to look at the ones that registered with us at that time, I see us as one of those companies that has stood the test of time. And the secret has been in partnerships. And that is why when they asked me to speak, I chose to speak on the topic of partnerships. How do you use partnerships to grow your own business? Every business starts small, and what makes it grow is partnerships. Partnerships helps us to grow our clientele. Partnership helps us to grow our innovation. Partnerships help us to grow every aspect of our businesses because we are limited as God created us. About me, I am the CEO of Lenny Consultants Limited. I am an entrepreneurship ambassador for E4 Impact Foundation Uganda. I also sit at the governing council of the Uganda Cooperative College Tororo. I am an ambassador of the Franklin Institute. In this, we go to pick other people to actually multiply ourselves, starting with the school children. Then we also go to people who are in different status in society. We train them to be like us. I am also an alumni of the Young African Leadership Institute, the Regional Leadership Centre of East Africa, which sits at Kenyatta University in Nairobi. And I'm a candidate of MBA Entrepreneurship for Impact, which is a program of the Catholic University, which is implemented in Uganda by Uganda Matters University. Lenny Consultants is a company that was incorporated in 2006. And our motive or aim is to make our people, our community, our environment to excel. We do this through agribusiness solutions. You realize that Uganda is predominantly an agricultural country. And in agribusiness, we do seed multiplication. We do irrigation technologies. We are also doing value addition on oranges and mangoes that are seriously grown in Teso sub-region. This we are doing under partnership with a German consultants, a company called Triple CD, and that is one area where partnership is good. We offer business advisory, and in this we are doing it in northern Uganda together with the GIZ in a project called Prudev. In this, we are looking at impacting about 16,000 smallholder farmers in that part of the country, together with other 54 business development service providers. In the aspect of renewable energy, Lenny Consultants has picked a leaf to do biodigesters. By biodigesters, I mean we build biodigesters that use waste to produce biogas for clean cooking, and it also supports to improve sanitation in households. By improving sanitation in households, I mean our biodigesters replace the septic tank that people used to have. It also replaces the pit latrine that people used to have. So in one thing, you will have a septic tank, you will have your pit latrine, and you will be able to drop all the waste that you generate in an household, be it kitchen waste, animal droppings, plant waste, the kitchen, the food that remains, all that goes into the digester. And at the end of the day, you're able to get gas for clean cooking, and you're able to get bioauxiliary, which helps you to maintain clean, actually a good kitchen garden in the compound. And you can also sell this bioauxiliary to other neighbors who might want to use it in their gardens. Under renewable energy, we also promote solar-powered irrigation systems. Together with a partnership that we have in India, we import solar-powered irrigation technologies from India, and we supply it to our Ugandan smallholder farmers. Finally, we do team building. This one we do to the partners that we have, specifically the cooperative sector. My training, my first training was in cooperatives, and I find it very easy to work with the cooperatives. And in doing this, we are able to reach a very big number of people. So we build the capacity of the teams in these cooperatives to work together to see that they bring impact. What is the biggest challenge that we have in businesses today? You realize that all businesses have similar challenges. One of them is limited capital for scale up. There are fragmented rural markets. There is low awareness and technology adoption. There is limited technical innovation. Then there are also bureaucratic hurdles in local governments. All businesses in every sector suffer from this. And you realize that many people die today because they go to get capital from sources that are not realistic, sources that cannot help them, actually, sources that cannot help them do business. In the communities where I go to train, people borrow from VSLs. Someone is borrowing a loan at 120% because the VSLs charge interest of 10% per month. And yet the economy of Uganda is growing at a rate of 6%. You realize that if you borrow from such sources, you will not go far because you're not matching the growth of the economy with the cost of capital that you're getting. So we are doing a lot in seeing that we avoid such things from taking place. People also borrow from very expensive sources that cannot help them sustain their businesses. And you realize that at the end, you will die. Also, there are a lot of fragmented markets where if you are to go on your own, you might not manage. But through partnerships, you can be able to overcome this because where your partner goes, he will be going together with you. So as a company, we have seen ourselves going to markets where we have never reached, but because our partners have been there, they market us and people are able to contact us at the end of the day. We have also been able to improve our technology because of partnerships. We partner with URI, we partner with the Makerere Agricultural Research Institute, we partner with a number of enterprises that have built our capacity in the area of technology. Why do you need partnerships? We need partnerships because of a number of reasons. When I was in Kenya in 2018, I thought the Kenyans were flourishing, but we realized that Kenyans lose up to 50,000 businesses every year, and they die because of a number of reasons. But I want to take the case of Uganda. You realize that 60% of small businesses in sub-Saharan Africa fail within the first 3 years, and Uganda is included in this. This is a research which was done by the African Development Bank in 2023. Another case in point is that lack of strategic partnership is cited as a top 5 cause of SME failure in Uganda. This was a survey that was done by the Uganda Investment Authority, SME Survey 2022. So if you're doing business and you're not patronizing on partnerships, then you might not go very far. Entrepreneurs who build alliances are 3 times more likely to survive past 5 years. The source of this is the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor 2021. Like I told you earlier on, we started way back in 2006 with very many companies, very many young men wanting to cause change, wanting to bring employment, but most of them ended on the way because they wanted to do things on their own. For us, the secret, I told you, has been opening up, bringing in partners. In Eastern Uganda alone, over 45% of failed agribusiness startups lacked access to networks, cooperatives, or financial intermediaries. This is a TESO SME baseline study which was conducted in 2022. So this can now help you to know where you are and where you need to go. And partnership becomes the game changer because of the reasons that I have given. The entrepreneurship shift now helps you to ask the question, how can we grow without overextending ourselves? And the answer is very simple. Build partnerships that will help you to share risks, that will help you to share costs, that will help you to get knowledge. And the government of Uganda has done very well in this area. We have the entrepreneurship support organizations like MUBS, EIIC. We have CURAD. We have the Uganda Investment Authority. We have the Uganda Industrial Research Institute. All these ones are there to help us share the cost, help us share the risk, help us with knowledge, help you with technology. So there are a lot of places where you can go to get this. So the issue is we need to shift from doing it alone to co-creating solutions. What is a partnership, therefore? A partnership is a long-term collaboration between two or more entities sharing resources, risks, and rewards. And there are a lot of partnerships that you should pursue as an entrepreneur. You can do this in the technical aspect. In the technical aspect, we have universities like the Makerere University Business School. It is building entrepreneurs, and I am one of the beneficiaries of this. We have government entities like URI, UNBS, they are there for you. We have parastatals, all of them are created to help us in this entrepreneurship journey, in your business journey, that you can become much better. There are financial partnerships that you can secure with the banks, with the MFIs, with the SACCOs, with the cooperatives, and they will be able to do much better. Many of our entrepreneurs die because they don't count the cost of borrowing money. You go and borrow from a very expensive source, and yet there are very many cheap sources. As an accountant, I've helped many people unlock funding from the Uganda Development Bank at a very low rate. The borrowing as low as 12%. I've supported people to get money from the Microfinance Support Center, which is a government entity, borrowing as low as 18%. When you go to the commercial banks today, you're borrowing at between 25 to 47% in an economy that is growing at about 6%. You realize that it is very difficult. The other area of partnership is on distribution. What is that thing that you are doing? I said earlier on, we have gone to places where we have not reached through our partnerships. What is your distribution model? It could be through NGOs, it could be through CBOs, it could be through businesses that are operating in those areas. And that has done very well for us. There is also an aspect of partnership and advocacy. We cannot run away from working together with the government. We cannot run away from working together with the regulators, Uganda Revenue Authority, Uganda Investment Authority, NSSF, and all the like, name them. They're very important partners in our day-to-day business. Our partnership model as a company is what I want to share with you this morning. In the technical aspect, we work together with URI. URI has helped us develop a number of things. URI has helped us answer a number of questions that we didn't have anyone to give us. You just walk to URI and they will be able to guide you on what you want to do. With the Makerere Agricultural Research Institute, we have been able to enhance our seed multiplication capacity. We buy soybean seed from them and we take this to our communities, and we're able to, in the north, we've been able to support up to 70,000 farmers with quality declared seed. This we did because we used to be seed suppliers and would buy from people who develop seed. And in the first incident, we supplied seed and it failed. And we went back to the drawing board and we asked ourselves, what did we do? What didn't we do right? And we realized that most of these people were actually coating cereals and supplying it at seed. So we decided to go and start doing it on our own. And that has helped us do more. MUBS EIIC is our mother, is holding our hands. I attend these sessions every Thursday, and this has been courtesy of MUBS. I am so proud of them because they built my capacity. CURAD, GIZ, Biogas Solutions Uganda, Clean Cooking Alliance, we are in partnership with all these because of different reasons. So you need to know what is that thing that you want to advance. Is it something that you can do alone? If you cannot do it alone, who is that person who can hold your hand? And you go there and you'll be able to make it. In the finance aspect, we partner with commercial banks. We are together with the Capital Solutions Uganda. And from NSSF High Innovator, we're able to secure 20,000 US dollars. With the support from MUBS, this was possible. Our distribution networks is through cooperatives, where we do our product outreach. We also partner with the government in programs like we have now the irrigation thing under UGIFT. We are together in this to see that the economy is changed. So as entrepreneurs, we have a role to play. In policy, we work together with URA, we work together with NSSF, we are working together with UNBS and MAIF. So you don't have to be a small organization doing things on your own when there are things that you're paying taxes to support that can hold your hand to go the next mile. What has partnership done for us as a company over the years? Partnership has helped us to secure 20,000 US dollars. This is 75 million, which is not easy to get from the commercial banks. But through partnerships, we've been able to secure this. Through partnerships, we're able to serve proudly 70,000 farmers in Acholi through our one client, West Acholi Cooperative Union. We are so proud of this. We have increased our biodigester clientele in Eastern and Northern Uganda, and now partnering with the banks. We are even able to do it much better because the banks are able to finance people to get these biodigesters, and the banks pay us and they pay the bank. You see that we are bringing people who would not even benefit from the banking into the banks. That is what partnership can do. We are also establishing a clean cooking hub for Eastern and Northern Uganda. Our clean cooking hub is going to have all aspects of clean cooking, which people from Eastern and Northern Uganda will be able to get. You'll have biogas, you'll have EPS, you'll have cook stoves, you'll have all kinds of clean cooking technologies. We have also been able to secure a UNBS certification for biogas, and that is a step ahead. Through this, we have also been able to progress with the ISO certification. And you know what this does? It improves on your systems and makes you much better. Through partnerships, we are developing a fresh fruit value chain in Teso for oranges and mangoes. Through partnerships, I'm also proud to mention that we have been able to secure MBA scholarships for our staff. 2 of our staff were able to be sponsored by Entrepreneurship for Impact Foundation, and we are so proud of this. MUBS Entrepreneurship has made us professionals in business. We have also been able to continue in business growth and visibility. We now have a high level of compliance to regulations. You talk about URA, we are able to file our returns. You talk about NSSF, we are able to pay our contributions in time. This has been possible through partnerships. While other people are running away from revenue, imagining that revenue is there to take their money, we are able to do much better. We are able to walk into Revenue Authority and tell them, this is the challenge that we have, can you help us? And they've always been there for us. They have become our friends. And you know, you can do much better. We now run our business with a clear foresight of future prospects. We know where we are going next. We know what to do when things get bad. We know where to run when things are not moving well. And also, we have a clear understanding of where we are strong and where we are weak, and we keep on building on that. What lessons do I give to you this morning? I come to tell you that partnerships reduce operational risks and costs. I also come to tell you that through partnerships, we grow faster by leveraging other networks. Like I told you, we go to markets where we have never reached. And we get clients. You see, that is one benefit of partnerships. We have also been able to do co-creation fosters through innovations and ownerships. One time, I was thinking of how do we handle fresh fruits. We wanted to build a whole factory squeezing juice. Then through one of the partnerships, they were able to enlighten me that you don't need to build a fruit factory in order to take juice to the market. I saw it as very difficult. I took my team. We went to Soroti Fruit Factory. We asked them, why are you not buying fruits from our farmers? They told me, they walked me through the factory and they said, you see, we would be able to buy fruits, but see our problem. Our problem is we have a lot of pulp, we have a lot of concentrates that we are not able to sell. If you can buy the concentrates from us and produce your own juice, then would be able to go back to buy the what? To buy the oranges from the farmers. So the number of partnerships that we can leverage, you can imagine such an opportunity. If you don't look in the aspect of partnership, you not know that it exists. Partnerships are also able to align our values and goals. And it has avoided conflicts that we would have had. And what have we been able to do? We started small, we built trust, and we've been able to scale. This you can also do. You could be that small enterprise selling a very small thing. But when you build trust, then you can be able to scale to the next level. There are challenges that you can face in partnerships. It is not something that is easy. One of the challenges that you can face is misalignment of objectives and expectations. Your objectives and expectations could be very different, but you can do and see where you do a win-win situation. One time I was challenged, that was before 2017, and out of that challenge, I asked myself, what is that thing that I can do? So I went and studied the 7 principles of effective leaders. And out of that, I was able to see that there are situations where we can have a win-win situation. By a win-win situation, we mean your partner wins and you also win on the other side. And that has been an icebreaker for us. We've been able to go into partnerships where we both win. There are also delays in MOU signing and project funding, but that should not discourage you because you got that along the way. Your vision is bigger than that. So if it delays, you continue doing what you have been doing much better. There is also a challenge of over-reliance of one single partner channel. You realize that out of my sharing, we have very many partners now. And we have them in every area, in technical, in operations, and in all aspects. So it is very important to treasure partnerships. How have we mitigated this? We have clear contracts on what we are supposed to do. We have also diversified partnerships. We go into a number of them, not just one. We also do regular check-ins and joint reviews. What are we doing right and what are we doing wrong? And we're able to correct that. What is my call to action this morning? I want you to ask yourself, who is already reaching my customers? Because you can fly on their wing. The other thing that I want you to ask is, how can we create mutual value That is the win-win situation. We have this partner doing this. How can we win as they also win? Then the other thing is, what would a win-win model look like for you? Dear friends, partnerships are your growth engine. Use them strategically. Final thoughts. As Learning Consultants Limited, our growth is powered by trust, collaboration, and shared impact. We are not in this space alone, but there is something that we do that another person can do somewhere, and we build on that, and we've been able to go places. Strategic partnerships helped us scale sustainably without sacrificing quality. I would urge us to grow together, smarter, not harder. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oluga, Augustine, for your great presentation that you've made on the topic of leveraging partnerships to grow your business. You have actually shared your experiences on how you have been able to grow through partnerships. You've been able to give us your experiences. You've been able to tell us where you've really built your experience. You've told us you've been able to take us through what partnerships are. You've taken us how can you grow using partnerships. You've also given us the different types of partnerships, like technical partnerships, financial, in the financial area, in the distribution area, in the area of policy and advocacy. You have also been able to share with us the types and experiences of how you've done through the technical area, through URI, through MUBS, and through CURAD and many others, through the financial, through commercial banks, through distribution, through NGOs. You've also been able to share with us the outcomes of partnerships and the lessons you pick from partnerships. You have also taken us through challenges. You've shown us that you can't work through partnerships without challenges. There could be challenges of misalignment, delays in signing MOs, and maybe over-reliance on single partners. And you've also shared with us your experiences on how you have been able to mitigate this through diversification, through clearing contracts in a very short time. And you've emphasized the issue of trust and collaboration and building networks. I know people who are logged on here are anxious to share with you more. Maybe they have some comments to make or some more questions for clarifications. At this stage, I would like to invite Ms. Sarah Mirembe Rukakamwa to take us through the Q&A. Sarah, please take us through Q&A.
Thank you so much, our host this morning. Good morning, everyone on the call. Thank you for this opportunity. Mr. Oluga, Augustine, we appreciate the great presentations you've made this morning, and I'm sure everyone has some insights to take this day. Friends, feel free to send in your questions in Q&A or chat, or you can raise your electronic hand and say something. In Q&A, people are appreciating you, Mr. Oluga, but someone, Nakayenga Regina, asked for your telephone number. Maybe you share it in the chat later. And then Jeremiah says, thank you, Mr. Oluga. Kindly highlight the mandatory agreement that need to be signed for the effective partnering. Thanks. Mr. Oluga, can you kindly respond to that?
The number of agreements that we sign depending on what we want to do. Like I told you, our capacity was built in the area of international ISO certification. And in ISO certification, it tells you that everything must be documented. So in everything that you do, you need to have an agreement that guides you on how things are supposed to be done. The times of doing gentleman agreements is over, because when you disagree, what becomes your point of reference? It's a document that you sign together. So from that time, we now sign an agreement for even a very simple thing. In this agreement, the mandatory things is, what are you supposed to do? What is the other party doing? If it is in terms of money, how much money is involved? How much time is involved? In case there are disputes, how do you settle them? Those are the key things that your agreement should be able to capture. And the number of formats that you can get today, can go to AI. AI will give you format of an agreement, a format of everything that you need. That is how simple it has become these days. But it is important to make sure that in everything that you do, you document it. Even in case of future reference, you can reference that I had this contract and I was able to do it like this. Actually, most of our business failures is because we don't document our success stories. In one of the classes I attended recently, we were asked, why is it that very many people who are successful in businesses cannot share their businesses? It is because they don't document. So it is important to document everything that you do as a business, and it will help you know where to go. It will help you know what you're doing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Oluga, for ably responding to that. And then we have another question from Jeremiah. Thanks for the presentations. Kindly highlight the mandatory agreement that need to be signed for the effective partnering. And then SK, that's Sandy Kajumba. Dear Mr. Oluga, thank you very much for your insightful presentation. It was delivered with clarity and structured in a logical, easy to follow manner. Before today, we mostly understood partnership as individuals coming together to run a business. However, your presentation has broadened our perspective, particularly the idea of partnering with entities and agencies, which is a powerful and often overlooked change. The way you highlighted the challenges and provided thoughtful mitigation strategies was especially valuable. You have truly opened our eyes to the new possibilities. I was appreciating you. Thanks for the presentations. Yeah, that's all, Mr. Oluga. Maybe you can respond to the first question from Jeremiah.
Thank you very much, Jeremiah, for that question on mandatory agreements. The mandatory agreements that you're supposed to sign are many. You should sign agreements with the people that you work with. That is a key aspect. You could be employing people. Do you have agreements with them? That is the employees that you have. You should have their terms of reference. What are they supposed to do? That is one agreement, because they are also part of your business. You could be renting a premise. You should have an agreement with your landlord. When are you supposed to pay? How much are you supposed to pay? What happens when you fail to pay? It is very important. Then now you have an agreement with the people that you could be supplying. What are you supplying to them? What is the price that they're paying for what you're giving them? You could be having an agreement like we do have with the MUBS EIIC. We have an agreement for incubation. They'll continue building our capacity, and that one is documented. When we have challenges, we know what to do. So in basically everything that you do, you should be having an agreement guiding you in that direction. So without an agreement, you find that it is very difficult.
Okay. And then, how can partnerships help Pearl of Africa cheese access new markets, customers, and distribution channels? From Paul.
Yes, Paul, this is nice. Pearl of Africa cheese. You are, it depends on what you are doing. Cheese, I see like you're dealing in milk products. Could that be true? If it is true, you need to see where do you want to take your milk products? And the question you should ask yourself, who is there that you can that you can that you can get on their wing to take you to that direction. The other thing that you can look at is if you are in the cheese industry, look at the regulators. Who are the people regulating that industry? They could also be having an interest on where they can help you improve your product. They can also be going with you to places where they're going. Like if it is milk products, this could be the Dairy Development Authority. You need to get in touch with them. These are government entities that are set there to help us. In that way, they will be able to guide you on where the researches that they have done in the cheese industry, the researches that they have done on what improvements to do, the researches where they have done on what help they can give you from the government point of view. So I think that is the direction that you should be looking at. Actually, for us as Lenny, we start from what government has set to support us in whichever area we are. From there, we now go to the private sector. So that has been it for us, and it has helped us go a long way.
Thank you for that. Edith and Honey Masters, kindly unmute and then ask or say something, because I see your hands up. Hello, Annie. Hello.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And good morning to everyone on call. Augustine, thank you so much as well for sailing us through this beautiful subject of partnerships. My question to you is majorly one: at what point in partnerships do you engage somebody with a legal luminary mindset to help support in case the partnership goes west? Oftentimes partnerships face these troubles. We can have disagreements after agreeing. So at what point do we involve somebody with the legal prowess to help us navigate that slippery part in partnerships? Thank you.
According to research, one of the countries that has very few lawyers is Japan. And I asked myself, why does Japan have very few lawyers? We realized that everybody is trustworthy. They do what they say they will do. And that makes it irrelevant to have legal representations. So even in your case, there is there is no need to get to a lawyer when you don't have a violation, or someone has failed to do what they're supposed to do. So what protects you in this case is an agreement. The first thing is an agreement. You must have an agreement that details what you expect from the other party, and what the other party expects from you. And many people start at the point of agreement, but it is a wrong thing to do. You can come to a gentleman's agreement. You agree with the other party and say, we're going to do this. Can we document it? And for me, it has always worked. We document it at that point. You can only implement that agreement when it has failed. But also, in Uganda today, people start from the lawyer point of view, which is expensive for startups like you and me. At some point, it becomes expensive because every agreement you want to do, you run to a lawyer. Why not start it? Then when it fails, then you can now engage a lawyer to help you implement or mediate. I think that answers your question.
Okay, I'll take like 2 to 3 questions because of the time. One is, Mr. Oluga, kindly throw some light on the partnership with people coming together to do business with you. And then kindly share some of the challenges you encountered on your journey to where you are and how you did overcome it. And then what's the one key thing that everyone, no matter their role, can do to make partnership truly work better and not just on paper? Just Augustine.
Yeah, thank you so much for the questions. The first question is on how do we handle partnerships with the people who do business with us. We have a number of people who do business with us. And like I told you earlier on, we started way back in 2006. And we started it alone. We didn't want to involve many people. So we're dealing with the individual clients. And we saw that it would take us a very long way to go far. So we changed our clientele to organizations, and we also started engaging people. So the people that we engage, we have our staff. Those are people that work with us. Then we also have promoters of our businesses. Like for the biogas aspect, we have people who are also our staff, but they work on commission. We send them to market our products. And when they market, we pay them according to the work that they have done. And that has gone a long way in supporting us build partnerships. And we do this with agreements. We sign an agreement. When you do this for us, this is what we're supposed to pay you. And that has always made it easy to settle them from time to time. The other area of partnership that we have is with organizations. Like I told you, I am a cooperator by training. So we do more with cooperatives. You know, cooperatives have big numbers of people. So we go to them with the product that we have. Like now with the biodigesters, we say we have this product, a biodigester. Can your members be interested in our product? So when they have meetings, they call us to make presentations. So when we make presentations, we are able to sell our product in a cheaper way. What do I mean by cheap? We're able to reach very many clients in one go because they're in one room. So you find that it is an easy way of taking our business to people. And this, we normally don't pay for that service. And yet they have done us very big, actually they have done us very big service because they're collecting 1,000 members, they're collecting 500 members. Imagine you're selling a product and you're having 500 customers and are talking to them in one go. Those are the partnerships that we are meaning that can take us to places. How did we get to where we are? When we started, we were a small business enterprise, like any other small business, doing things on our own. And we were almost at the verge of dying. So I asked myself, what is that thing that can help us move? So we started getting partners in different directions in the areas of technical, because our technical capacity was low. So we got people who would help us in developing a business plan. When you develop a business plan, you're able to see where your business will be able to go in a nearby future. That is something that you might not be able to do alone. At that time, we had the TESO Private Sector Development Center. It helped us, it held our hands for some time. So that opened our eyes to see that we have a lot of potential as a business because we were giving up like many other people who gave up. When we saw that we got 2 to 3 contracts, we said this is something that we can do better. So we're able to improve with that motivation. So that was an eye opener to us that we can be able to do better. When we came to MUBS, it was for NSSFI Innovator. But after the NSSFI Innovator, we have seen that there is a lot that we can still tap from them. And every Thursday morning, I am alive in these sessions. I don't want to miss even a single Thursday because I get insights that help me improve my business. So the business that you're doing is a work in progress every day. You get one thing from here and you go and implement it and you're able to go. That is what we also do with the aspect of our qualification for ISO certification. It is about starting from where you are. You as an entrepreneur, you have to know, this is where I am. Then you get to know, where do you want to go next? Because it is one step at a time. You need to know, this is where I am today. I want to be there next. So those are the steps that we took as a business. We did not get there in one day, but we took one step at a time, and we've been able to reach here, starting with where we are to where we want to go. So that is what I think can work for you. That is what can work for everybody at different levels, and they will be able to reach where they want to be.
Thank you so much, Mr. Oluga. I take one hand from Mr. D. Kindly unmute and talk to us. Hello, Mr. D. Okay, if he has gone off, kindly you can send in your question or any feedback to us. Mr. Oluga, thank you for ably responding to all these questions. We appreciate your time that you've given us this morning. Our friends on the call, we've come to the end of our Q&A sessions. We hope to meet next week. Thank you all for giving us time this morning, and may God bless. Back to you, our host this morning. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sarah Mirembe Rukakamwa, for managing the Q&A. And thank you once again, Mr. Oluga Augustine, for responding to the questions raised and the comments raised. You further interacted with our participants. We appreciate you. Thank you for your time and finding your time always to attend the sessions on Thursdays. We appreciate you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to the top of the hour. Would like to get this done, but before we end it, allow me to invite the principal of Makerere University Business School, Professor Moses Muwezi, to make his closing remarks. Professor Muwezi, please.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wasarirwa, and good morning, all participants this morning. I want to appreciate Mr. Augustine Oluga for being the facilitator today, and that great presentation and knowledge. I hope people know that the knowledge progressively will become very, very important resource in business. Without business, without knowledge, you'll not be able to survive the competitive business environment. So investing in knowledge management is certainly a strategic tool for the business community. And I think partnerships are key. The fact that you are not able to manage things on your own, the fact that you are not all inclusive, that you don't know everything, that you don't have capacity, that you don't have authority to do whatever you have to do, you must get into partnerships. Partnerships are those that support you, those where you supply, those that supply you, but even partnerships with the people at your level, even those you compete with, by the way. We have examples from international successful businesses that choose to partner with those they compete with because they are areas you can leverage from each other. So I think partnerships are important. As long as there is trust, there is dependence, there is reliability, there is reciprocity. For this, and I want to appreciate MUBS Entrepreneurship Centre for organizing this. And we hear testimonies that you have made a contribution to the business sector. This is what the university should do. And I want to appreciate you, Dr. Diana, and your team at the center. Thank you so much, everybody. May God bless you today.
Thank you very much, our principal, Professor Moses Mwezi, for the great closing remarks. And thank you for always encouraging us in the different activities that are done. We also appreciate you for finding time to attend these sessions every Thursday. We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to appreciate everybody who logged on this morning, and allow me again to add my voice to Mr. Oluga. Augustine, thank you for finding time in coming to share with us the knowledge. We appreciate you all and would like to wish you a blessed Thursday. I would like to remind you to log on again next week on Thursday, same time. We appreciate you all and thank you very much. Have a blessed Thursday. Bye-bye for now.
Gotta get up. You gotta get up and make a move. 'Cause the world will never see you till you do. No, they don't really care what you're going through. So you gotta show them, baby. You gotta show them the real you. You gotta give them what you got. No, don't let them see what you're not. 'Cause you are strong. You are wise. You are worth beyond 1,000 reasons why. And you can't be perfect, baby. 'Cause nobody's perfect, darling. But no, there's nobody in the world like you. What do you do when you can't let go? What do you say when you just don't know how you feel? And you know nobody knows how you feel. 'Cause everybody's got their own way. Everybody's trying to struggle in this world. You know you have to go through. Just know that you're not alone. You don't always have to be strong all by yourself. I said it's okay to ask for help. People who find you, but they don't define you. And you will find people who help redesign you. People who find you, but they don't define you. And you will find people who help redesign you. You are a work of art that you didn't think you'd come this far. How dare you? Baby, you are strong. You are wise. You are worth beyond 1,000 reasons why. And you can be perfect, baby. 'Cause nobody's perfect, darling. But no, there's nobody in the world like you. You know that you can be perfect, but nobody's perfect, darling. I love you just the way that you are. I love you just the way that you are. I love you. Stars in the sky. Oh, when you look in my eyes. Oh,